We're going to start with the TimeClock Manager from the login screen, which will appear when you open up the TimeClock Manager. You drop your user ID name down. You have a list of last four digits of your social security number, or however it is you clock in. Choose supervisor. That's what I'm going to choose. And I'm going to put in my password. Click OK. What we're going to work with today is the Employee tab. It has options in there to add, edit an employee, delete. What we're going to use is the Edit Hours option. And you may or may not see all these classifications. You will only see what you have privileges to. So, and then this can be grouped in all kinds of different ways by last name. It can group by department. It can be grouped by, or it can be just disabled, and it'll show all individuals that you have access to. I actually, because I have so many, I like to group by my classification. So I'm just going to, and you can also sort these by first name, ascending or descending. You can sort the last name, same way. I like to sort my first names, and sometimes I even like to sort by number if I know the number I'm looking for, which I do. So I'm going to click right here to go to, and I'm just going to put the last four digits of the number that I'm looking for. And there he is, the dummy employee, and I can move this over. See there it says dummy employee, or I can look right here, it says dummy employee. My dummy employee has got 10 hours this week. He is taking a PTO day of 8.5 hours. He's worked for one day, and he has a missed punch. So what I'm going to do, there's actually a couple of ways I can get to what I need to do to correct his missed punch. I can double click on it, brings up the edit segment window. I can right click on it, edit shift, brings up the edit segment window. I can make sure it's chosen and then go to shift and edit shift. So whatever works for you. Brings up the same window. Well, first I want to make sure the date in matches the date out if that is applicable to that person, because I know some people work third shift, so the date in may be the day before the date out. But for this person, the date in should match the date out, which it does. The time in, I'm going to change it to 8 o'clock a.m. and click OK. And we've got 10:37 a.m. is the time out. He has missed his in punch, so that's going to stay checked. Or his job code, he left at 1204 Walnut. I know, yes, that's where he works, so I'm going to leave it there as well. I'm just going to click OK. Oh, it already overlaps. So what we'll do is we'll change this to 21, just for the sake of this. Okay. So now we have 3 days. So we also have a PTO time, and if you look down here, you will see the correct remaining PTO time. They do not always see the correct remaining PTO time. There's a few different ways you can get to that, but just for the purpose of this tutorial, we will look at this. It shows here that they have accrued 32 hours, they've used 18, and the accrued forecast is 0, but normally there is a number in there as long as they've worked 37 hours within a week. At this point, this person has not. That's why it has an accrued forecast of 0. The used forecast is 8.5 hours, and so they have remaining of 5.5. But if you go here, which is what the employee sees, if I go here to view, they may not always see that, and that's how they can get in to look at their hours. It shows here where they missed those 2 punches in, and let me show you. You can actually go back a week, which my dummy employee does not have backs a week, but I could probably find somebody who does. Let's go to 7364. go here to hours, and I can see this person's hours by going backwards, and that's the weeks. What they should be doing is they should be checking off this like that when they're approving that they did work this. I'm going to uncheck those, and I'll go back in a minute and uncheck the rest of those. He can see his schedule, whatever schedule that his manager has put in, he can see it there. He can see his accruals, and that's what we were talking about, the accruals. He'll see he has 36 hours remaining. That is not correct because we are 2 weeks behind. The current week showing here is 7/6, and that's because I cannot close the time clock out, because if you go to Dana's hours, see, now he's got 40 hours because he's going to accrue 4.62 more. He's not going to be using any. So now instead of him having the 30-something that showed on there, he's going to have 40 once we get these closed out. But I can't close it out until we get paid for it or everyone has corrected their time clock. Okay, let's just go back to our dummy employee down here. I'm just going to okay. So now we've went through editing shifts, showing you about the PTO time, use forecast, and remaining. There's the schedule information I have for our dummy employee. Okay. Now we're going to go to how I got this schedule in here. If I go to launch, I can launch the time clock scheduler. Again, it's going to ask me for my user ID, which I can drop down. It's not already there. Put my password in, and it opens up. Now, it's only going to show again the people that you have assigned to you that you have privilege to see. I can sort this by going to options. I can sort it in any way I need to. If I know the person's first name, it'll sort it in first name. Then I just can scroll down here and find my dummy employee there. Or if I know the person's number, last name, I can sort it any way I need to. Now let's say this person's shift is Monday through Friday. However, this Saturday, I'm going to need him to work. So I can just double click on that, Saturday, and I can either drag or I can just make a new shift. I'm going to need him to work from, say, 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And I don't need him at Walnut 1. I need him at Crawford. So I'm going to click OK, and now he's going to go to Crawford. And if I do that early enough in the week, he can view it, let him know, hey, look at your schedule. You've got a new schedule in there for Saturday. You can see it on the time clock. Again, all they would need to do is go to the time clock manager, on-screen time clock, I'm sorry, and click view, put in their number, and view their schedule. I have a schedule for my dummy employee. I think that's because the same Social Security number is in there for somebody else. I'm not really sure who, but it is. Anywho. Okay.